My name is Kevin Lin. I'm the co-founder and chief operating officer of Twitch.
What role did esports play in the growth of Justin TV to Twitch?
Pretty big part. I mean, when we were thinking about Twitch, we called it JTV Gaming back in 2009, 2010. The genesis of it really was StarCraft 2. And StarCraft 2, as that launched, the esports community really latched onto it very quickly. And a lot of the pro players from StarCraft 1 and Brood War transitioned over very fast. And you saw these commentators like Husky StarCraft, HD StarCraft, Day 9 popping up that were making YouTube videos. And we were watching those videos to try to get better at the game. We were obsessed with the game. Productivity was severely down at Justin TV. But we realized, we are exhibiting this habit that doesn't really exist in the live space. Gaming on YouTube was quite large. Esports not quite that big yet on YouTube in terms of on-demand content. But we thought, hey, actually this stuff would really work well. And while I'd say we reached out to the individual players, the individual content creators, not so much the esports organizations at first. I mean, they were still learning their way around this new game and the potential of StarCraft 2. But if you count those players as part of the ecosystem, absolutely, it was influential. Today, it's about 20% of our traffic, 25% of our traffic. A lot of it's very community-oriented these days. A lot of personality-driven streamers are sort of the big foundation of what Twitch is. But back then, certainly influential, and it was something that we wanted to exist. We wanted not only to be able to watch our favorite players play, but also watch them compete. And we saw esports as a great display of their skill and helped reach new audience that would come back and watch them and engage with them and interact with them and even play games with them.
Given the community nature of gaming and Twitch, how has that helped you guys when it comes to seeing competition from the likes of YouTube and Facebook these days sustain those esports communities?
Yeah, I mean, for us, we've always had competition, and we like to know what they're up to. We like to make sure that they're not seeing something in the market that we're missing. But the good thing about Twitch, and the thing that we learned kind of the hard way after 2 years of Justin TV was, turns out if you talk to your community and you talk to your creators, they have pretty good ideas on what they need to be successful. And so now for, ever since we launched in 2011 and really the 2 years prior to that, as we were researching what we could do in gaming, we still do that. That's still a behavior we encourage everyone to do, is talk to creators, go to events. That's part of the reason why we have TwitchCon, is to bring them by and have them meet more of the team at Twitch and have that direct line of communication so our product managers, our engineers, and everyone else in the company understands what it is that our community really wants. And so that's how we build product. That's really how, whenever we have a feature, whenever we go into an adjacent vertical like creative 2 years ago and IRL more recently, that's all from feedback from the community. So we don't really like to let that stuff distract us, but it's interesting. Interesting times. I think esports in particular is a very hot topic. A lot of speculation going on in the space. And so I think every platform out there has a responsibility to think about building it sustainably. It's something that has tried now for over 20 years to exist, and all the right components are there. But in every growing industry, particularly in every growing entertainment industry, a lot of folks come in trying to figure out how to make a quick buck. And that's dangerous to everything. I mean, we've seen it happen before in poker. We've seen it happen in action sports. We've seen it time after time as particularly live spectator experiences pop up culturally, that too much investment goes in and they don't think about sort of long-term healthy growth. So that's my hope, is that the big guys that are in the space now really think about it the way we do, and think about the opportunity of being a digitally native sport means that you're not necessarily wedded to just the old methodologies of commercialization of this content. You don't have to just rely on sponsorships and advertising. There's a lot of different mechanics, particularly for the gaming community, which is very much a community of patrons. They like to contribute directly to the creators. They'd rather do that than subscribe to a bundle of faceless creators, right? So it's very different, and I hope that people really appreciate that and build based on that thought.